There you go, coming today from inside my new Falcon. What we're doing today is something a bit different. This has got the sync to entertainment system in it. I was been looking into it, and apparently there's a Sync 3 version that has like Android Auto, so you can play Spotify a bit better, like I do in Kim's MG or the work van. So I bought the upgrade kit to turn it into a Sync 3, and we'll see how it goes, how hard it's put in, and how well it actually works. Alright, so because I listen to a lot of Spotify when driving around, yeah, it's got the entertainment. It works via Bluetooth, but you can't actually change your shows or anything on the screen like you can in the newer cars. So hopefully we can do that with this setup. Anyhow, let's have a look at what we got. So everything's in these two boxes here. Oh, there we go. There's our taped up there. There's our removal instructions for the FG X ICC. So that's what we're using to get that out. We have some sort of cable. We have here I reckon that's going to be GPS antenna. What we got here? Oh, that's forward parts. That is the USB socket to go in the bin there. It's fallen in there. So you've got to place this USB socket down here in the console as well. So that's what that is. It can stay there. And this here, we've also got, that's a screwdriver, pull apart. And then wrapped up in here is our new actual screen with the lid on the back of it. So let's get our instructions here and figure out how to get this thing out. Right, let's get in these instructions. First thing it says, we'll take the top cover off here. Well, you can use, we've got lever tool, and we've got that with us, so remember, firmly wacky outwards. Palm of your hand, let's have a go at that. Smooth the cover back. There we go. That's off. Another thing too, it's a bit of a shame. I heard when I talked to the guy, it's filthy at the moment. When I bought this car, the guy said he'd spent a fortune to get the screen fixed up, so we're going to change it though to the modern version. Remove two screws holding ICC bracket to dash. Right, these are actually screws, little nut looking thing, so we'll go find a screwdriver or spanner and get them out. Yeah, two screws to make actually two here. That's a 7mm spanner. So we get them out. There's one, try not to drop that down in the car somewhere. And this is my other one. The arm, there we go. There's one out. Two out. Next step it says is that undo these two plugs up here. We'll try one-handed, otherwise we might have to do this two-handed. Put the camera down for a second. There's actually three plugs, two white ones and a USB looking plug, so they're out. So let's see what's next. Next step it says is to remove what they call a tissue box. I should just reef on that, it should come out like that. Get these two bolts out here and here. There should be an antenna plug up here somewhere. We'll find that in a minute. We'll get these bolts out and go from there. About 8mm bolts they are. The ratchet be good for this, but this is what we have. So through the magic editing, I'll get these out and we'll go from there. The interesting thing is to take out the antenna cable, antenna plug underneath here. Comes out the hole, goes up into there, our car here. There's that hole, and there's there. So we've got no had that antenna cable. So the next step is to actually pull the unit out. So we'll pull it out slowly and just see what happens. So wish me luck. It's one here at the top, one at the bottom, it says. So it says it should come out. It goes. There's a cable down there somewhere I can feel going into the back of it. So we'll grab that cable. So top looks all good. Now, let's see if we can get a handle this down here. Will it come out any further than that? No. Feel a clip at the top of this cable. But this could be a mission. Yeah, that's got that cable out. Something else over here too. Always good instructions, just not quite perfect. There's a connector down there, I can see it from the top. That's out. So another cable in there too, let's find that one. There's two cables. Black one, the white one. Black one's closer to the driver's side, the white one's closer to the passenger side. So let's get us out and have a look at what these cables were. Yeah, so there we go. So on the back there, we had a cable there, there and there. So they've changed up a little bit since that one that picture was made. Right, next step I guess is to get our screen out. Here's a close look. Yeah, so we've got two big cables there, two coax looking cables there, must be antennas, and they go into the back of here. The back of your radio section of your ICC. I wrote the instructions in half by accident, pulling that out. It actually does say on the back you're using, what does it say here? Access from above the lower two audio module connectors and radio antenna wires. So that is on the instructions on the back of the page. Looking at it, the screws and the side stem, these ones here, this does confirm the story. The guy said he's had it fixed because there's two odd screws in this. It's a good sign it's been repaired somewhere at some stage. Don't lose them. There's one. Turn it over. Two, so doing cold screw. See if it'll come out while screw it up. Get started. Get that out. So lay it down, unscrew the vent assembly and the screws in the ICC. So I'm guessing that's them two there at least. Maybe this one. So maybe that one, but there's definitely these two. So we'll get these out. Oh, magnetic screwdrivers are goods. There's two on the other side. One. the screwdriver's not the best, but we're getting there. There we go, it's got it. Right, let's investigate that, see if we can get more screws out than that. But looking at it, I think we're going to get at least one of these whole sides off to make it a bit easier to get that out, and this vent might have to come off as well. So pull this side off first and we'll see how that goes for us. So to get the side off, there is 1, 2, 3 screws. So we'll get them out. The reference photo of the 3 screws, so I know where they are. And we'll get the like a drill into them, get them out, and do the same on this side. This side seems to be missing a screw already. Get in the shot, work better. There we go. It's 1, 2 on that side. That's 3 down this way on this one. Should take a reference photo. Alright, take that side off. Yeah, it looks like I take the 3 screws out, get this vent thing out. So there's a screw there. Well, there's that missing screw, I reckon. It's fallen down there. It's previously worked and I've lost the screw. That's why I had 2 different colour screws up in the top. We'll put that down in a little tray for future reference. Right, we'll see if we get this off one-handed, otherwise we'll... There's one. Can't lose a screw like the previous people did. Turn them around. See if I get a drill down here. Nope. So we'll get number 3 out with the screwdriver. So this is number 2 screw with number 1 screwdriver. We'll see if it'll work. Yeah, it's going to work. We'll see. There we go. That gets our vent system out of the way. Try and get that screw there. So it'll stay there. So clip on that side. That's alright. So then, next step, the back of our old screen, we have this cable here. Should just push in somehow. Some light under that, that's terrible. So, it might be a 2-handed job. We'll get back to you. Cables here in the back of the screen. This one here is our other than a USB cable. At the top, this one here is the main connector. This should lever off the back here. Have similar connections in Arena computers. We'll get this off and we'll be back. That is broke, but anyhow, the lever comes up like that. Yep, and then it comes out like that. It should be okay, but it's not ideal. But watch this video, gets a head start on me. So this is what I included screwdrivers for, is to get these little brackets off the side of the screen. Again, it's a 2-hand job, so we'll get these apart and show what they come apart like. Left and right. Guys, find the best way to do anything like this is transfer them one at a time. So we'll finish getting this lever off, put it onto our new screen, new old screen. That's got the old record marks all over it, and then we can put all it back together. Brackets are swapped over. Let's just have a look at the back here. You can see it's there's our Sync 3 version, and there is the original one, the FG X version. It's a little bit different. But let's get this one back into the car. Apparently first step is to get our GPS antenna. Got this blue plug here, and that just plugs onto there like that, clips on. There's our GPS antenna attached. That apparently goes back on that cover that we took off earlier at the top. Next step is to put all the vent back in there, screw the ICC screen up into there, ready to put it back in. So I'll get all that, put that together, and then we'll look at putting it back into the car. So we go, get the brackets back on that. The next step is just the old do what you done in reverse. So we've got to put it back, put these plugs back in, put it back on the top here, plug them back in at the top. We take a new GPS antenna. It gets stuck on the back of that cover that was there. Then after that, we've got to get onto the USB socket. So we'll get that back in and go from there. So that's got that back in. We've got our 3 plugs that were down up under there, 2 bolts there and there, 2 white plugs, that USB looking plug, and our 2 bolts there and there. So it says if it's sticking this, they're on the cover or behind these white plugs here. So I just stuck it up under there. That should just, I think, put it over there like that, in there like that. That sort of some clips there, get that attachment out of the way. Something like that, give it a whack. And that next step is replacing our USB hub. For that one, that one was a bit more high tech, the one that came out, but that was actually, this has got an issue, this one, so changing it's not a bad idea anyhow. So it says use a small screwdriver to prise it out. Look at the new one. The new one has clips on each side, so we're just going to have to hook in and prise it out, see what happens. And could be successful, might not be. It's a really thin screwdriver. I've got an assortment of screwdrivers here. Let's sort of get them moving. It's going to damage this here. We'll get this out and see what we can see then. So yeah, I just stuck it to that side, prise up, and it came out quite easy. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be a mission that. Let's have a look what we got in the back of this. So a new one. There's 2 USB plugs on the back, and this other plug. I believe an adapter for that plug there. So we'll change these plugs over and put it back together, and then we can try it. It has 1 plug on the top, 2 on the bottom, but these plugs are directional. The different shapes here, and so it's going to fit this side here. So that sorts that problem out. So there's the old one there. So plug that in there and then plug this in. The old one and the new one have 2 very different looking plugs on there. We have this adapter here, which should make that plug fit that plug. So there's our plug with the adapter. If you can see it in the light there, it's in a genuine FG Ford part, which I guess it has to be because we're also going to make this part that fits in that particular hole. So let's have a look. It's got that corner like that, it's got to go that direction. So I'll stuff that in. Like that. And like that. And there's a USB socket in place. I think it's now time to test it. It's rather handy for doing these jobs. This thing here, 3D printed a while ago from a black Falcon. Goes in this console here with a sort of spot missing. It's good for change. Also got big little screws and stuff in while you're doing jobs like this in these cars. I think you can get them on eBay, Marketplace, 3D print them yourself. But if you've got an FG Falcon, they're rather handy. Right, here we go, moment of truth. Turn the old car on. We'll just put in accessories. Oh, Ford logo. Reflection interior light there, that's alright. So they read instructions, here we go. Ignition power up here, phone, use phone, yep, righto. Well, that's a bit different looking map on here now. Turn the sound up. Oh, 1504. Righto. So AM radio, we'll go to FM. we had these a little bit different sources. Here we got FM. That where this is from. It's got some pre-tuned channels from wherever the car came from. Let's figure out how to tune them. We're going to seek. What's that do?
Miles Smith track.
There we go. The radio works. Still sounds good. Turn it down so we get copyrighted. Right. Let's go apps. Settings. I have to set this stuff back up again. But what it should do, I have to do this because we've got to use the phone to make the video and use the phone to plug in. But we'll plug our phone cable that we found in the car. Not so sure where it's going to come from, into here, and see what happens. So we plugged our phone into the cable using this cable we found here. So Android Auto. Yeah. When safe, check your phone to start Android Auto. So you have to actually stop the video for a second, unlock the phone, get Android Auto started. Let's have a look. It's paired to the phone. So there you go, there's the Android Auto page. So it looks like the same as in the MG, we keep the MG there. So it's got the maps. You can go to your Spotify, and if you go to here, you should get all your different apps up. It was on the phone at the time. It's compatible with the car. Hey, well, I've got to get Waze put on this. You go to forward, it should go back to your home page. So you have to set all this stuff back up by the look of it. The next step is to see if all the other functions work. So I'll turn the car on. Temperature gauge is there. Somewhere here should be the climate. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is a bit different looking than the other car, the other setup. Yeah, there we go. Talks our keys down here. There's something about this that didn't show the minimum temperature or something like that. Yeah. On the previous one, it says like L for low. I think it's 18.5. Yeah, that was something. It was a little bit different apparently. But that's all good. So that's your climate, your audio. Yeah, you got your sources, auto. Got to figure out how to tune the channels in. Yeah, your phone, see your contacts. Yeah, just like a, yeah, this is probably going to be your Ford maps. Does it even work? It does. Well, no, that goes straight to Android Auto. So that goes to your Google Maps. Yeah. So yeah, this is exactly how I want it. I want to get like the more modern setup, so I can change the Android Auto stuff while we're driving, sort of thing. So you don't have to worry about pulling over to change podcasts and whatnot. So yeah, that's a good way to make your car a bit more modern. Well, there you go. That's the installation of the Ford Sync 3 ICC screen into FG X Falcon for the Sync 2. Yeah, it's not what I want to do. I wanted to have the more modern navigation type thing where you use your phone for navigation instead of using the built-in Ford one, because it's out of date because the car's what, 16 model. The maps are pretty out of date, and I'm not sure if you can even update them maps these days. So this way you got your Google Maps, so you can use your Waze or whatnot in it. Plus you can control your Spotify while you're driving. You can see what's coming up instead of having to pull over to change podcasts. And yeah, it all seems to work good. It's a bit more modern looking screen. Yeah, so this, I'm not sure how they do these. I bought this as a kit ready to go from a guy called Mr. FPV on eBay. So that's it. I got this one. I'm not sure if you could buy a Sync 3 have it broken down on day out or something and make it work. It would be something worth investigating, but we've done it this way as a kit ready to go. It was pretty straightforward. I don't know what time it is, 5 o'clock. Yeah, so it took an hour, and that's including stopping and going to make these videos. So yeah, it's not a big job. So yeah, I highly recommend that if you want to get the more modern Android Auto into your car, something like that. And what I will do with the USB down there I'll get one of them wireless adapters at some stage, so I don't have to bother plugging the phone in. That will make it even more handy. Anyhow, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We got some more spare videos coming soonish. The car's currently at Darren's place. He's got on his hoist, been doing some work on it, painting, fixing a lot of things up. So it's going to come back really nice looking. So that's coming soonish. And eventually, when we get the car finished and some races happen, with all the track fence upgrades going up around the place, we'll get some racing videos on here as well. So, until then, we'll see you next time.